Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. We are going to start today's vlog off with me being up early before my family and getting breakfast ready for the kids before they go off to school. This morning, I had some errands for this day, I had some errands that I wanted to get done. So I woke up a little bit, about 30 minutes earlier than I usually do. As you all know, we are going to be leaving this area, Germany, and moving to a different area. So we've got movers again. So I woke up early and tried to use a couple of things out of my pantry so I wouldn't have to worry about taking too much. And I definitely didn't want to toss anything. And I started the day with making some muffins for my kids before they went to school. I also made some roasted potatoes for my husband's breakfast. My boys were not huge fans of the muffins, so I went on and just put some Eggo waffles in the oven and gave them to them. I had already made the boiled eggs and I just chopped up some fruit. In general, I'm not one that'll make different meals for people in my family, but when it comes to breakfast, I will. I am a big believer that kids need to be sent to school with something relatively heavy on their stomach so they're not distracted. So if my kids aren't in the mood for something in the morning, then I'll happily change it. But when it comes to lunch or dinner, if you're in my home, you don't have to eat it. Hunger is always an option. Now me and my youngest are off to school. It's been pretty fun walking with him these past couple of weeks. We have conversations all the way from what if the whole world was built out of Legos and what he wants to be when he grows up. It's so much fun sometimes. I wanted to give you guys a quick glimpse of all the beautiful views that I'm going to miss when I move down to Landstuhl and I'm in more of a city area versus the beautiful countryside. So we really lucked out. This is our inspector. He's coming to see about how much stuff we have, how much it weighs, in order for the movers to have all the preparations and the proper boxes and things they need when they come and pack up our house in about a week, I would say. So after the inspector left, we were so grateful that he came early to do the inspection and we had time to use the rest of our day for what we needed. My husband had to go down into Kaiserslautern because he was doing some business as far as purchasing a vehicle, and we stopped to have lunch at this place called Dean and David. The food was delicious and it was very fresh. They show you like behind this clear glass where they make everything from scratch with all the vegetables, and you see them, back there on the grill working. The food was great. It was fresh. Its service was great as well. I didn't get any opportunity to practice my German, but I was still excited to be there. My husband got this Korean chicken bowl. He had an avocado, and I got a mango curry dish. And it tasted great. It was seasoned perfectly. It wasn't too little, too much. Everything was just spot on. I can't wait to go back. After that, we made a stop at a flower shop. I think I've said it in one of my previous videos that there was a time in our marriage, the early days, that money was so tight. And I remember going to grocery stores, and I remember walking by florists, and just flowers and just extra things like that were not in our budget in our early years of marriage back in our 20s. But a whole doggone 17 years later, our ship has come in, and every time I pass a flower shop, I am going to grab a bouquet. I've really been into making my own lately. I'm not really good at it, but it's still fun and I try my best. I am home now and I am going to get all of my flowers in the vase. I am going to do a little arrangement because I bought a couple of different variety of flowers and some greenery. Now, as I said, you guys, I'm not really good at floral arranging, but I'm trying. It's a new hobby of mine. So I'm just gonna cut the stems off of these colorful roses. I got some soft pink, light pink, and yellow. And I'm just gonna cut a little bit of the stems off so that they can fall the way that I like them to and at the height I want them to for this vase. You guys, a lot of this greenery I did not use, and I'm so grateful that it only cost me €1. But as I was sticking different branches and different types of greenery, I think one of these was a eucalyptus branch. I don't know, it just didn't flow very well with the roses in my opinion. So I didn't use a large portion of them. And so now I'm going in with these I'm not sure exactly what they called, but they're like these really itty bitty rosebuds. They're not roses, of course, but these little buds, and they're pink. And as you can see, I'm cutting them down and just trying to get some of the leaves off so that they can all fit in there. The truth is, I think this vase was way too small. As far as small, I mean slender, for how I really wanted things to come out. But here's to me trying. All right, guys, here's the arrangement. If I could do it all over again, what I would do is I would have more roses. I would make them the star of the show. I only got one bunch of them, but you live and you learn. But other than that, I'm really satisfied with how it turned out. I wish I had that same conviction. Convinced I never needed fixing. Yeah, that girl really knew her business. Let's jump right into dinner. I'm trying to make something fast and quick since I spent my day hanging out and the large part of the afternoon getting that flower arrangement together. I'm gonna make a stovetop mac and cheese. And you guys, I threw everything but the kitchen sink in that mac and cheese. I've got some sharp cheddar cheese here. I've got some Italian cheese. I've got butter. I think I had a small chunk of some leftover Velveeta. I threw it all in there with some seasonings, and that was the mixture for my stovetop mac and cheese that day. I had also earlier, before I left the house, seasoned some like wingettes, like the party kind. So that is what you guys saw in the oven covered up. But it's so heavy and I'm feeling low, unlearning all that was wrong for me. And I wish somebody would've should've warned it. No, they did, but I kept ignoring. Didn't wanna have to face it, but if I don't know it's gonna break me, oh. Yeah, she thought she could do anything, thought she could get anywhere. Confident she's number one, and if nothing, everybody's wrong. Used to be calm, now I can't remember how I used to do it. That I was a member of confidence, love, cause that don't last forever. I wish I saw what she saw, I wish I knew what she knew. I love how she just don't know, but sadly I've outgrown it. I know I'm still that girl, but I don't know how to show it. Like she knew, like she knew, she knew, she knew. It's like sitting in a boat, wondering if it is going to float. Now that I've packed all my things, is there? And the vegetable that is on the menu this evening is some cinnamon carrots. cinnamon and sugar carrots. So I usually do this with the baby carrots and I don't have to go through all this work. But as I said, when I started the video, I'm trying to use everything that's in my refrigerator and I'm trying to use everything that's in the pantry. So when we move, that there's not anything, not much of anything for us to transfer down to launch stool. So that's why I'm going through the process of cutting off the carrots and stuff. I did bathe the wingettes in some barbecue sauce one more time before I stuck them back into the oven to give them like a crisp on the outside and a little glaze. So dinner is done. I'm going to plate it up and let my kids go at it. Him begrudgingly. I wanted to let you guys know that if it looks like I'm struggling, it is because I am. This was not a day that I was motivated to go at all, but as someone who is middle-aged, I just don't have the luxury of not trying. I'm not in my 20s anymore and I'm not in my 30s, so things just don't stay in place as easily as they used to. But me and my husband are really great about motivating each other when the other one just doesn't feel like it. So my husband dragged me on this day, and I'm sure I'll get the opportunity to drag him on another. I hope y'all enjoyed this vlog of the day in the life with me. It was short and sweet, and I hope I see you guys in the next one.